went to a drive-thru recently and I ordered mine, and I'm like, do they have cameras? I was ordering the food and this guy was like, oh my God, Ariane. And my girlfriend was like, wait, what the what do you mean? Oh my God, Ariane. And I said, y'all got cameras back there? He was like, no, but I know that voice anywhere. You do? Hey guys, it's Ariane. You may remember me from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for being the voice of reason and that bitch. And I am excited to tell you guys what I've been up to, living my best life.
I want to do what makes me happy.
I am happy to not be on Love and Hip Hop anymore because I feel I'm more at peace. My sanity is intact.
Don't get all this liquid courage and then take it out on me.
A lot of growing came during and after. And I'm very grateful and thankful for what Love and Hip Hop did for me, for sure. But I just feel like I need more. I want to be executive producing things because I know the TV world through and through now. I know I have so many ideas when it comes to certain shows being put together and how to just create. Like, I want to be more of a creator and actually the talent as well, but there's just so much creativity that's been flowing through me, and I want to have the chance to, you know, showcase it. Music is gonna be a forever ambition for me, and I wanna do it in a different realm now, and I wanna do with this project, I wanna make it so it's the vulnerability of Ariane. I want that to come through my music because, you know, people just really don't know the ins and outs of who I am, for real. I wasn't mad about the way my music was portrayed on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And of course it became a little bit, you know, frustrating a little bit, just a little, but it didn't discourage me from doing what I know I wanted to do all my life. When I first started talking about my sexuality, it wasn't anything new to most people in my life. You know, people that know me, but when I mentioned it on television,
I stutter. I just really want to be with a woman.
Be with a woman where?
In my bed.
I felt like, yeah, y'all just need to know this because it's okay. It's my truth. I don't mind talking about it. And I know that there were so many other women and girls that felt like, well, damn, I don't know if I want to say anything, or I don't know if I want to do this. So yeah, I do feel like there was a sense of trailblazing.
I'm glad that you're here, finally.
I just want to be able to, you know, be here permanently with you.
I am proud that I was able to do it on my own terms and that I didn't, you know, it didn't come from another source. So yeah, I'm extremely glad. You do know that I was asked to do this show with someone, right? I was in a situation with a female and we both were asked to do it, but she declined and they found out that Mimi and I were best friends, and that's how that happened. But initially I was asked to come on with someone. I was dating a rapper at the time and she and I had been off and on for years. When we got asked to do the show, we were actually in Vegas together when we got the call, and she just decided that no, that wasn't what she wanted to do at the time. She wasn't ready to announce her sexuality, so she declined again, and I got the call back again to come back to interview with Mona. And I sat with Mona one-on-one, just she and I, and then we talked about my relationship with Mimi. She got to know me, and then I mentioned Mimi, and then that's when her wheels started turning, like, oh, this is really a thing. Because Mimi and I are like yin and yang. So that's how that kind of worked out. Yes, the initial wasn't me coming on as a friend. I wouldn't be opposed to coming back to Love and Hip Hop. I would just have to do things completely differently. I was being taken advantage of as a friend. And I know how to be a great friend. And I'm not saying that just based off of my best friend friendship. I'm just saying throughout the whole sitch. Erica is a friend, and yes, we've spoken. I haven't talked to her since the babies, but I have seen and I follow her, and yeah, I still talk to Erica.
okay, know what, Stevie, this is my friend.
Okay.
And she needed a support system. You weren't there to support her.
I'm always there.
Yeah, Stevie reaches out. Like, he will text or call just randomly sometimes, but I talk to him like mid-COVID. I spoke to Stevie.
I'm proud of you, and this is why I'm like, let me go see my boo.
I have not spoken to K. Michelle, and I don't know. I think so much happened with that situation that I would need to see where she is as a person in front of me. Like, I would have to feel her energy and her vibes to say whether or not, like, yeah, are we cool or aren't we? Because I don't know, just never know. Actually, Melissa has booked me for a few gigs, and I just saw Melissa in LA, like maybe a couple of weeks ago. Melissa's fine, she's cool. Been doing that thing way too long, so I know what the to expect from Melissa, beforehand, afterhand, I know. Okay. I haven't talked to Kirk or Rashida, I'll say on Instagram, but we haven't spoken, but yeah, Rashida's always cool. Like, she's always been my girl. I'm really optimistic about Mimi when it comes to our friendship and what can be in the future. I try to stay open to that, but you know, it takes two to tango.
You get mad at me when I don't divulge or tell you when the is reversed. You want to half-ass tell me some
Listen, this lesbian world is
No,
very different.
the lesbian world. I'm talking about the friendship world.
Oh, okay.
And I can't just be willing to be in a friendship by myself. But I am open. She's always been like my sister. And I don't even know why we stopped conversing. And I'm at a point in place in my life, like if I'm doing something, if I've done something wrong to somebody, or if there's something that I need to talk about on my end, or what they've made me feel like, I'm gonna let them know. And that hasn't happened because the stopping happened on her end, not mine. I was abandoned by my friend that I don't understand why. Like, if I'd known why, I would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, she's mad at me and this is what happened. But no, I honestly do not know what the happened. We've known each other, we've been in each other's lives way too long. I know so much you know so much it was a sisterhood, and it shouldn't just have been like, I'm out and I'm not gonna tell you why. It should have never been that. It's heartbreaking. You know, it was like a breakup. And I didn't know why. I'm like, what the did I do? Tell me what I did as to why you broke up with me. You guys saw me in my last relationship. We were going back and forth from New York to Atlanta, Atlanta to New York. And she finally moved to Atlanta full time. But throughout the time there, we decided to yeah, we separated, and it was a hard breakup, but it needed to happen. And we recently just became cool again, so we're in good spaces. I try not to have bad blood with my exes, 'cause for what? But yeah, she moved to Atlanta, we broke up. She moved on with her life. I've moved on with mine. I don't ask questions about hers, but I am in a new relationship and it's good. She and I have been together for almost 2 years. Oh, we met at a little lesbo party. We met at a little party and it was so random because I was just like maybe about 6 months out of my relationship with Tony, and I wasn't looking for anything. It's just, I'm out here just having fun. I just thought like, oh, she's cute. I hadn't seen her in Atlanta before. And I was like, oh, she's cute. So she came over and we conversed. And then the next day we went on a date. I feel like we've been together ever since that day. Her name is Hope. Go figure. Hope. Her name is Hope. She played ball overseas for some years and she's back. She came back to the States to pursue, I think she got her master's, and now she's about to start working on getting her doctorate too. She is in the music world and she's into fashion. She's about to start this line, which I'm excited for her because this little thing loves some clothes. Oh my God. Since I left the show, a lot has happened. And even before COVID, it's just been really challenging. My father died in February. We had a real estranged relationship. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know. Like, damn, do I get mad? Am I sad? I don't know. Just an array of emotions, but okay. Trying to get past that. But my dad died, went to New Orleans for the funeral, got back to Atlanta, then maybe like a week later, COVID happened. And then, you know, we had to stay in the house, and so I had to deal with a lot of things. Like I just had to sit. I couldn't be as active as I wanted to do, and I just felt like it was God telling me, you gotta deal with your shit. You gotta deal with the fact that you aren't okay. You gotta heal. So in the process of my healing, we got another phone call. My uncle contracted COVID, and after 6 weeks on a ventilator, he died. And that was right after my dad, and it was his brother. So my grandmother lost 2 sons in 2 months' time. And you know, we couldn't go to his funeral, and a lot of things just kind of started shifting for me. Like, yeah, I gotta live my life, man. Like I have to. So that's when I came to LA in May, visited one of my best friends, and I stayed, and Jared was like, bitch, you should just move. Just get out of Atlanta, it's time. And then I considered it, and then when I got back to Atlanta, I just said, I just started looking for places, started selling everything, and then I made the decision to say, let me just go. I was ready for something new, something fresh, just a new environment, and here I am. Me coming to LA was for not only to start over, but I have a few business ventures that I'm working on out here. I'm actually looking for an agent. So if anybody knows a really good agent, please let me know. Hey guys, it's Ariane from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Subscribe to VH1's YouTube channel so that you're always in the know.
Hey guys, it's your girl Carly Red. Subscribe to VH1's new Love and Hip Hop YouTube channel to keep up with me in Atlanta.